In for the Night is a podcast that discusses movies, random topics, and gives you an excuse to just stay in for the night.
I did it last time. I'm not going to do it 2 times in a row. So don't stare at me like I'm supposed to.
I'm just waiting for you to fuck me up and
Why would I do that? I'm a nice guy. I'm a sweetie poo.
So all y'all have been listening to, I think, the last 36 episodes. You know he's not a sweetie poo.
I'm a sweetie poo, and they'll tell you that. Watch, 100%.
I need people to write in and say yes or no to Ty being a sweetie poo.
Am I a sweetie poo? Everyone.
Poll.
If you don't put yes, then
he's going to divorce you.
Feel
he has
my
the
wrath.
Papers. He has the papers in his truck. Okay. No.
Yes, I will divorce you. All of you. 100%. Just kidding. I love y'all.
Please review us. Rate and review.
Please rate and review us. All 5 stars.
Only 5 stars.
6 stars, if that's possible.
It's not possible. But we have a lot of 5-star reviews, and I'm really happy with that.
We need 1 million more.
Exactly.
Just 1 million.
I want to hit at least 100 soon. Because we're at 74, so it's 26. Look at that math.
That's easy math. I could have... a 1-year-old baby could have did that.
Pretty sure that baby would be shitting itself and just looking around being like, oh, looking in the sun like you.
No. It'll be a smart baby then. That knows.
Staring into the sun is not smart.
That knows where all 50
states.
Oh, it's 50? I was going to say 52.
I mean, if you include, I think, Puerto Rico and something
Hawaii?
else.
Oh, no.
Hawaii is part of the United States in general.
I'm just digging a deeper, terrible hole.
Funny that you say that, because this week we actually did the video and I posted it on Patreon for us doing our 50 states challenge. I got 48.
I got 15 plus 2 because I knew and I just didn't write them down.
No, that doesn't count. You have to.
It counts.
No, it doesn't. But so you have to watch the video, but it's really funny because Hawaii was not in its usual Hawaii area.
And it confused me, just like Canada. Or just like freaking stupid Alaska. Because in books, and everyone can agree with me, in books that are of the maps, they put Alaska in this tiny little corner in the box. So again, like we've said 15 times on here, I always thought for like 35 or 34 or 33 years, however long it's been, that Alaska was in the Gulf of Mexico.
Gulf of Mexico is on the other side of Mexico, not where usually Alaska is put.
Okay, the Pacific, Atlantic, whatever the fuck it is.
Pacific. You were right the first time. Good job.
I always thought Alaska was there. And then on our little map that we're doing yesterday, they put Hawaii bottom right. So like below like Mississippi and Louisiana, they put it below there. So I was like, that's not fucking Hawaii. So I didn't want to put it because that's not where Hawaii is supposed to be.
What are you supposed to do? Like print this giant United States map so it's like anatomically correct?
Or say like, put a box there, because then I would have known the box is showing that it's not supposed to be there.
So next time when we do this, I'm just going to box it in.
There you go. That will help me out tremendously.
Right next to it, not Cuba. But, well, everybody take a shot.
Take a shot.
Arrow
wants me to play with me.
We're doing an afternoon recording today,
so it's not nighttime, so they're playful. Ready. And we've also had snow where we're at.
Oh my God, I hate life.
2 days. Well, technically it was only snow one day, but it was still icy the next day, so they couldn't really play outside. So they've been antsy.
Hi.
I'm
Rose Selby.
Yay! And I am G-Dog. That's going to be my name until I figure out something else.
We'll have to organically create something.
Yeah. There was something we said the other day, but I can't remember what it was, and I still can't remember. Aww. Oh, take another shot. Arrow's in my lap.
He's ready.
Damn, we're on point. 4 minutes. We're usually about 4 minutes in or less. We get 2 shots in. Well, we don't, but
y'all do.
People do. Yeah, they do.
But yeah, how's your week going?
Well, crappy because work is back on Monday again.
Well, that's usually what happens.
Yeah, I know. But other than that, I'm peachy. Just living life. Thankful to wake up every day.
It's great.
And how's your week?
I was waiting. I was going to see if you actually would ask me
Of course
before
I'm
I
gonna
just like
ask.
dove into my week.
Of course I'm going to ask.
Actually pretty good. I was talking to a friend of ours, and he visits frequently because he works in the area and we offer him lodging. So I was talking to him and he's like, oh, how's the job front going? And I was like, it's not going great. I've been applying, just nothing. And he's like, so what would you say if I offered you this amount? Would you join on? And it was the minimum that I needed to get a job.
Take a shot.
Just push him away. Push him away. Go away.
They can still take a shot.
Yeah, they can. But I'm trying to tell my story.
Continue. No one's stopping you.
Yes, it's distracting.
Continue.
So he was like, oh, would you work for me if I offered you this? And I was like, for sure, yeah. And so technically I have a job. Not really sure the details of it, but pretty much we're running Dom's company. So
you're running Dom's company. I'm not part of it.
You're not.
Yeah.
No. You would run it to the ground and burn it.
No, I wouldn't.
Burn alive. But so there's that. So I'm pretty happy. And so the way the work schedule will work, I would be able to have another job. So hopefully I get hired on another job so I can be making bank and we can move back to Dallas.
Yeah, thank God.
But that's it. That's my week.
Cannot freaking wait to move back.
I'm ready.
I've been ready since like a year ago.
You're the one that made us move here.
Yeah, well, if I would have listened to what they were saying down there, we wouldn't have. But I thought it was bullshit because it usually is, and it turns out it wasn't. So now you live, you learn.
We're stuck in Tulsa, and it snows here, and I hate it.
It snows in Dallas too.
Not as much.
How do you know that?
Because I lived in Dallas.
Yeah, for what? A year?
Like 4 years with you, duh. Step up to my level, bro.
4 years? We didn't live there for 4 years.
I've
lived there all my life. But.
I moved up there in 2018. I lived with you until 2019. Moved to Tulsa and moved back to Dallas. Moved back and forth a couple times.
Yeah. It's annoying.
So that's where we've been. Anyway, that's my week. Nothing special. Nothing great.
Nothing. That is special and great.
It is, but it's not like, ooh, like I won $1 million kind of thing.
Well, yeah. I don't think we would say that even if we did win $1 million.
And one of the dogs farted, so take a shot.
I don't smell anything.
I smell it.
You sure that wasn't you?
It was you.
You sure that wasn't you?
Fifi's next to me.
Oh, now I smell it. Gross.
See? Not just me.
Gross.
Anyway, so let's get into it, I guess. We don't have a lot of updates. I don't think of anything. Last week was Christmas, so this episode is New Year's.
Oh, this one's going to be New Year's?
It is.
So that means that... Sorry, I got something going on. So that means my next episode, when I was saying the topic, is going to be 2 weeks after Christmas.
I told you that.
No, you didn't. You said it was.
I said it's going to be after Christmas, obviously.
Yeah.
Because last week was our Christmas
episode. But this one's already
episode.
after Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
I don't know why you're
confused. Okay, I might have to pick a different topic then.
Well, no. We're keeping it because I like it. It's going to be good.
Okay, good.
But anyway, so we have our movie and topic. So we watched Robocop.
Is it really sounding like that?
Yes.
Robocop.
Robocop. I'm trying to sound like a robot. So we watched that yesterday. If you have not watched it yet and you want to stop this and then go watch it, it's actually really good.
It is really good.
You can watch it on Amazon Prime if you have it. You can rent it on Redbox and Vudu and Sling, I believe. But let's go.
So, 2014 Robocop. It got a 6.2 out of 10 on IMDb.
Bizzle. Not too bad, though. That's not bad. It could be better.
Got a 49% on Rotten Potatoes.
Oh, shit. That's bad.
And then 2.4 out of 5 on Letterboxd.
We always get these random
It's always
things.
like different things. But, see, the only one I trust, one of them farted again.
I know I can smell
The only
it.
one I trust is the Google users. And guess.
87%.
Not quite.
Close.
A little lower.
83.
Lower.
79.
Lower.
69.
Too low.
75.
Close. 74. It's pretty dude.
You were like, oh, it's pretty good. And I'm like, 89. And you're like, not that good.
I liked it, but it's not that high, no. I think we've only had 2 movies that were in the 80s and 90s or something like that. And I can't remember what they were. So, synopsis.
Penis, peni.
In 2028, Omnicorp is at the center of robot technology. While its drones have long been used by the military overseas, their use is forbidden in American law enforcement. However, Omnicorp gets a golden opportunity to crack that market when Detroit cop Alex Murphy, Joel Kinnaman, is critically injured in the line of duty. I mean, technically, he wasn't on the job at the time, but I guess it's still a line of duty because he's active.
Wait, Joel, the black dude?
No, babe. Alex Murphy. Joel Kinnaman is his real name.
Oh.
By transforming Murphy into a cyborg, Omnicorp executives hope to rake in billions for their shareholders, but they forget one thing: there's still a man inside the machine.
Dun dun dun.
Release date is February 12th, 2014. Director is Jose Padilla.
His name's Josie.
Jose. Oh.
I'm just kidding.
Damn it! I wish they put the amount to make the movie, but box office was 242.2.
That one.
242.6 million.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
That's almost $250 million.
So we have
right?
Abby Cornish as Clara Murphy, Joel Kinnaman as Alex Murphy. They didn't even put his name there. Aimee. Amy Garcia as J. Kim. Then we have Gary Oldman as Dr. Bennett something. I'm not going to click it. And then Michael Keaton as Raymond Sellers. He was a bad guy in this one.
He always plays a president.
And then Jennifer something. No, Jennifer, I don't know how to pronounce that last name. Ehle. It's a weird last name.
Ehle. Ayla? Ailey?
Sure. As Liz Klein, and then we have Jackie Earl Haley as Rick Maddox.
Samuel L. Jackson, did you say him?
I just didn't have him on here, but yeah, Samuel L. Jackson is in it, and I can't remember.
He's like the host of a
he's like a host of some show, kind of like what can it compare to? Kind of like 60 Minutes. No, not 60. Kind of like 60
Fox
Minutes.
News. But that's what we entered the movie with Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, Samuel.
And I was like super stoked because I love Samuel L. Jackson. And in every single fucking movie, he has to say his key phrase, motherfucker.
And he
does
in this one too, but it took him a bit.
But it bleeps it out. You're like, mother beep.
Well, because he's on the actual show.
he got frustrated.
I'm surprised he didn't get fired for that.
I mean, it's Samuel L. Jackson. He's gonna probably shoot you up before.
Yeah, he's just a news anchor in this
he's
one.
Nick
Fury.
Fury.
Nick Fury,
right?
Yes. But he's just a news anchor in this. I don't think he shoots people, and he doesn't shoot people in this movie, for once.
But he was supporting it. So
he was supporting it.
Shooting people. What is it? Vicariously. He was vicariously shooting people
through robots.
Yeah. So we enter this movie in Tunisia, I believe.
I thought it was Iran.
It was started with a T. Wait, I wrote it down. Did I?
Oh,
no,
I think you did.
I did not.
I thought it was Iran.
Something like that. It's in a war-torn country.
Yeah.
And so they have a bunch of robots there. And there's this news anchor there, and they have a wristband that makes it so the robots can't shoot them.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. And so the robots...
which is kind of messed up, too, because even if they have a gun, they still can't shoot the
They
red
can't
flag.
even, raise it up, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And so they're scanning all these people trying to find, I guess... Threats, terrorists, whatever. And so I wrote my first comment on this. Do you want to know what it says?
What?
Robots are terrifying.
Robots are terrifying.
I can understand how they'd be useful, but it's the AI stuff that freaks me out. Mm-hmm. Because if a robot did randomly get artificial intelligence who could think on its own without being told... iRobot, like AI, artificial intelligence, like fucking Alita. That shit is terrifying, people. Don't mess with it.
It's going to take over the world one day.
God damn it.
And if you have a machine that can evolve and have emotion, yeesh.
And so in the first scene, these guys decide to suicide bomb the robots, which I can understand why they would do that. They're like, but they're bad people, so they do it anyway. And so the news anchor lady, she tries to like run away, and the guy's like, oh, no worries, my guy's got this covered. And so she just stands in the middle of what's going on, and that's crazy.
I mean, she obviously survives because you see it later on too,
Yeah,
so.
but still.
That is like, no, they can handle this. I mean, they're machines, of course. But the turning factor is, which is why they don't want the machines in America, is because this stupid kid, Naveed, comes running out because he didn't want to listen to his mom, and I don't know what he was going to do, but he comes running out with a knife.
Well, you don't bring a knife to a gunfight, fucker. Like, learn.
Yeah, he's running out with a knife. I don't know what he was planning on doing, but his mom tried to stop him.
Do you remember what you called these people?
No.
Fuckertards.
Oh. Fuckertards.
Like bastards and fucktards.
Yeah, fucktards. Yeah, fuckertards. So he runs out with his knife, and obviously the big bad robot sees him and says, put down your weapon. Didn't give him that long, though, which is kind of bad.
He just dropped it like instantly.
He should have dropped it instantly, but he was like, put down your weapon. He didn't put it down, and that fucking robot lit his ass up.
Very much so.
Like, very much so. And it got caught on camera, but I'm surprised they didn't say anything about that later. I think they might have cut it before that happened.
We got a disruption. And she's like, I'll stand by. Bye.
I think they cut it off before that was actually seen, maybe. I don't know.
I don't think so, because that was very graphic. And then he was like, we gotta stop this.
Yeah, so then they cut that, and then Samuel Jackson starts talking again.
But I wanted to bring up, and this is more political facts, so we don't have to get too deep in that because we try to avoid politic discussions. But as everybody knows, news channels are either red or blue, so either Republican or Democratic. Mm-hmm. And so in this state, Samuel Jackson's newscast is very pro-robot. And the thing is, when people have a preference to news channels, they watch those. They don't really watch other ones to get other opinions. So like CNN or not BBC, but CNN and Fox are like completely opposites. I don't remember which is which. Don't really care, to be honest, because I don't watch the news. But excuse me. So he's preaching to the choir, essentially, because when Samuel L. Jackson's like, robots are good, we should bring it back, we could lower blah, 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 and he gets into it and he gets in depth and he's like, y'all are stupid for not wanting this kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And so that's just the people who are going to be watching that TV channel are the people who are going to be supporting robots. So I just thought that was
maybe there's probably going to be some people who are not supportive who are watching it.
Maybe not, because if you're watching somebody stupid, so let's say, I don't know, we don't watch the news, so whoever's on and you just are like, fuck this, fuck that, like you wouldn't sit there and watch it. You would either change the channel or walk away or do something else and to be distracted.
But if you also want to know what's going to end up happening, you're going to want to watch it. Because obviously, it seems like Samuel Jackson's TV show is like the main source of this robots becoming yay or nay type thing. So, but
it's very one-sided.
It is very one-sided.
Anyway, so that's kind of bringing what is happening in our world into this movie because it's actually very true. Mm-hmm. Not really robot related, but in general politics just related stuff. What people support and shit. So just be aware. If you are either Republican, Democrat, liberal, whatever, make sure that you dabble in other channels. Even though it might piss you off, at least you'll know their views. Moving on. Okay, so now this is when we learn about the main character, Ellis Murphy.
Oh, yeah.
We meet him.
I thought that no, maybe that was maybe that was later. So yeah, I guess Alex Murphy. The next scene, he gets called into his office because he tried to do a sting operation, I guess.
Yeah, but it's undercover because it was originally undercover, and he was trying to get this arms dealer in jail, which is the bigwig guy, and so
Simon or some
Fallon.
shit.
Fallon is the main guy, but he's talking to this.
Simon from?
I have no idea. But Fallon is the main head honcho who's distributing arms, and so we meet Alex Murphy and his partner. I forgot what his partner's name is. When they're talking to this dude who has this state-of-the-art bullshit.
Yeah.
And it's nice. It's like mint condition in box kind of thing. And he's like, where'd you get that? Where'd you get that? Are you a cop? Where'd you get it? And so then the arm dealer, he was like, I got it from Valen. I work for Valen.
Yes, I work for Valen. And then they go check the serial numbers on the weapons, and they're supposed to be in police custody. So from right off the bat, you already know that there's someone on the inside.
And so this is when they, like, his colleague or his partner is like, we need to get back up at this point. And so all of a sudden it's in a standoff, which I don't like shootout movies. I don't like gun movies because I get bored. After like 2 or 3 shots, I'm just like, okay, kill someone. Like, be done. I'm over it.
They did.
Yeah, but it lasted a good 4 or 5 minutes.
It wasn't that long.
Anyway, so then his partner gets shot, and he's like, shit, I'm so sorry, man. Hang tight. But I had a question. On average, how many clips does a police officer carry? Or what is it, mags?
I think they just carry 2.
Because that guy switched out 4 or 5.
Who?
Murphy. He was like...
Well, they also knew what they were going to be getting into. So
I was like, fucker, where are you holding those? Up your ass?
he probably had a bunch extra. But then yet, it's also a movie. So
I'm sorry. If I was talking to a guy and he had 27 clips around his belt, I'll be like, what are you preparing for?
well, obviously, they're not going to see him have clips around him. But then, like, he's supposed to be undercover and be like a bad guy. So you never know. They're always strapped.
I don't know.
I didn't pay attention to that. I was just paying attention to the shooting. But obviously, you're paying attention to that.
Because I was just like...
non-important stuff.
Well, it depending on how many rounds he either had 12 or 15. And then he was just shooting into the abyss. And I'm like, well, aim. Maybe.
Well, part of it was just to give cover so they can move. You're just firing just to fire so they can't come up and fire back at you.
Or just take out the people who are shooting at you before they take you out.
If they're hiding behind something metal, babe, you can't shoot through metal. They don't have armor piercing or tank bullets.
They should. Well, take a shot. Lala has come to visit.
She did.
Anyway,
so that's here.
So now his partner is in the hospital and he's sad and he's kind of gotten in trouble with his captain, but in the captain's office he sees his I guess arch nemesis.
No, they're just fucktards.
Fuckertards, you mean?
Yeah, fuckertards.
And so they're the bad dudes in the office, and so they don't get like investigated, and so Alex pretty much is just like, oh, fuck it. And so this is when somebody tampers with his car.
Well, I think it's Valen's driver that does it.
Right. Someone who I don't know.
I just told you, Valen's driver.
Sure.
Sure.
And so they attach a bomb to his car. And in my head, if you attach a bomb to a car, as soon as you start it, it should blow up.
See, that's what I was thinking, but I guess it was.
And so right before it blew up, you're like, oh, they put a tracker on him so they could take him out later. And then
that's what I thought. Because as soon as because when they showed the next scene when he's home, I was like, okay, so they didn't show him blow him up then. So I was like, huh.
But my question is, so he's home, he sees his kid and his wife is acting weird and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, his car's alarm starts going off. My first thing that I would think of is just get my keys, bleep it off. I can do that. But why did he go outside to do that? Because
it wouldn't turn off. He bleeped it from the window. You see him do it from the kitchen, something. He kept doing it and it wouldn't turn off. So he's like, huh. And he goes downstairs. He bleeps it again. Didn't turn off. So that's when he goes outside the door. He does it again and it still didn't turn off. So he's like, what the fuck? So then he walks up to it and opens it up, which is kind of cool. I guess I don't know. It's a Tesla car. So I don't know if that's a thing on Teslas, but you press a button and his door opened up. Mm-hmm. And then that's when he opened it up fully and it.
Was it a Tesla car?
It was a Tesla car.
Well, we have to remember this is in the future. So this is like they had weird looking phones and the kid had like a little iPad thingy.
It looked like a Tesla vehicle.
So this is when Alex Murphy gets blown up. He loses his left side pretty much. He lost his left arm. He lost his left leg.
Yeah.
He has like 98% burns all over his body.
Yeah, he's blind in his left eye, I think.
Yeah, and it would take a lot to heal it. He would pretty much not.
I think he suffered some brain damage.
A lot of shit.
It was a lot.
It was just a lot. And so his wife had the hard decision of what to do. And so what is it, Omicron?
Omnicorp?
I was close.
No, you were not.
Omnicorp. Omnicorp?
Omnicorp.
Omicron.
You're going to make me mess up and say it.
The robot company. Okay. They needed a test subject who would be willing to become a robot, essentially.
Well, okay. Minor backstory real quick. They needed the public, I think it was like way wrong. I can't remember the other freaking political party that was like saying no, no, no. So the numbers were way off. It was like 72% of people did not want robots in America
because they couldn't.
And it was like 72 to 12 or 15 or something. So it was like a way off. So they're like trying to figure out how they can get, or Sellers was trying to, Michael Keaton was trying to get how they can get robots in America. So he's sitting there pondering. He's like, we
need a person.
So they start going already through people who they can get. So like one was
like a paraplegic.
Another one was a black guy who
quadriplegic.
He had, what was it? It was cellular something. Basically, it was like palsy. Paralyzed. I think from it wasn't that though. It was close, but it wasn't that.
Anorexia or something.
Yeah,
so, we're not doctors.
Yeah,
we're
not doctors. That's why the guy was like, "We need a doctor," because the doctor said it right.
That's why you're a
doctor. And then there was another guy that was like a old CIA agent or something like that.
And then there's a guy in a wheelchair.
Want him. Yeah, he was a CIA agent.
He wasn't black though. He was a white dude.
I said it wrong. The guy with the cerebral thing was a black guy. The other guy, the CIA agent, he was in a wheelchair, but
paraplegic.
They didn't want him because apparently he was fucked up in the head because of probably seeing stuff in the war. So then like they kept two of them, I think.
They were just like, keep looking. These are good choices, but keep looking, because they could have gone with the paraplegic dude, but it was just like he wouldn't have emotionally been able to go through with it. He would not have.
The CIA dude. And they didn't want him because they were thinking about it scientifically, and they need something who can.
They now have a great candidate. Yeah. And unfortunately, Alex is not able to make this decision for himself. So his wife had to make the very hard decision.
Yeah.
To either let him go, or at least live the best life he could if he survived, or become a robot.
Become a Robocop.
So if this is a fun scenario, if that was me, if I got blown to smithereens and it was hanging on, would you change me into a robot?
I would. Fuck yeah. That'd be dope as shit.
But we wouldn't be able to have sex ever again. I don't know. I was expecting a more of a response, because that's a hard decision.
I mean, yeah, it would suck, but you're a fucking robot, and a dope robot.
And so I'm like, hang tight.
Like, I'll be safe. Like, as soon as they release you to like be home, that would be freaking badass.
Literally, in your mind, I'm the ultimate home protection system.
Yes.
Wow. Cool.
I won't need to worry about anything.
The dogs would never come near me, and I'll be perfect.
They would probably, because your voice will still be there, so they would probably still come to you. Maybe they might bark at you at first until they hear your voice, and then they're like,
and then they try to attack me, and I'll be like,
and you kick them. They go flying.
Not that I kick our dogs, but it would be just hilarious.
She does. It's okay.
I do.
No, she doesn't. I'm just kidding.
You're not an animal abuser.
Excuse me.
I actually take very good care of them.
You do. That's why they love you. Lala, take another shot. Lala's now wanting pets by mom.
And Fifi and Arrow are fighting next to us. So if you can hear that, guess what? You have to take another shot or take a drink.
Yeah, take a drink. Damn, weird. That's like. I mean, it's been like almost 30 minutes or 20. It's been 24 minutes. So y'all are due a drink and a shot. So anywho. So yeah, she makes hard decisions.
Wait, you didn't even ask me. Would I do that to you? Yes, I would. He would become a robot.
I would hope so. I would want you to.
But you couldn't be a black robot, because then it would be like, they would definitely like come after you.
Good. I'm a robot. And a dope one at that. He was better than the actual robots. So
yeah, the second time around.
He was way better. I mean, no, first time, both times. He was
slower.
He was
slower,
like 5.2 but he seconds. Still did.
Because he had his own decision-making skills, like he had to get through, and he was a little bit slower.
Well, he was also, hiding behind a wall. I mean, he's a robot, but he can still get hurt if he takes damage from 50 cal or above.
Right.
Oh, no. They said 40 or above.
No, 50. It was 50.
40 in the head, but 50
Anything
anywhere.
in the head.
Yeah, no, I think it was 40 in the head, but 50 anywhere. He could take fatal damage. But anyway, so he was hiding behind walls because he still thinks that he's human in a way. And then he would shoot him and then keep going. And then we got to the kid part.
But we need to wait. We need to stop for a second. Go back. We need to talk about what was left of him.
Oh yeah, we did skip kind of ahead.
So before he starts training and shit, this to me is probably would be the most devastating part. If I became RoboCop and I was like, I want to see how much is left of me. Literally, when I'm sitting there watching, they were taking his legs away, and I was like, dude, he had like a functioning leg. Why did they remove it?
I mean, I don't think it was functioning. It was probably shattered.
Probably. But then they took away his arms and then his torso and then his like everything else. And he was literally sitting there with lungs, a trachea, his face, and brain.
Yep.
I feel like his face would have been scarred up because of the bomb. Just a little bit.
I'm pretty sure his face. Yeah, his face was scarred up, but
no, it wasn't because he was actually looking pretty handsome on the.
Obviously, the technology they had, they probably fixed him.
Sure.
Maybe it was just minor scrapes and bruises. I think his lower body took the gist of it. Yeah, he only had, and his brain was messed up because they had like a huge gash in it. They had to put that like chip thing in there and then fix.
That hurts my brain.
Whatever else was going on in there. Yeah, so he had his brain, his head, trachea, and lungs. That's
it. Terrifying. They took it all away, and he's like, "Oh shit! Okay, put me back together."
He's like, "I never want to see this again."
Do not need to see that.
I don't think I would want to see that. Like, I don't. I mean, I'm saying that now, but I think in the moment I might want to see just to see what I was left with.
No, if I was there with you, I'd be like, "You don't want to." It's okay.
Yeah, but the wife never saw it, and I don't think the wife wants to see it.
Like that's.
No, I think she's pretty hardcore.
But then the other thing that was kind of before all this training was how he got nourishment, sustenance. They cleansed his blood, and I wrote this down. Maybe that's what I need, clean blood. So they put his blood through this like blood cleansing thing and it went back into him. So it was like a dark brownish red.
Yeah, it was like a darker red.
And then it came out like bright red. I'm like, maybe that's what I need.
He got like and within a minute, he got a blood transfusion and all the nourishment he needed for the day. All in like a minute or less.
That's crazy.
That's freaking insane.
Now we can go back.
So yeah, and then so now he's kind of... Obviously, they've already woken him up. Excuse me, sorry. They've obviously woken him up, and yeah, he goes that little sad moment. Skipping, he jumps to his training part, which they're trying to... Sellers wants him to be more like the robots. Like, yeah, they put a man inside a machine, but they basically want the machine to do everything, and the man just be like along for the ride. So they do this little training course with one of their machines already and Alex Murphy, and he's like 5.2 seconds behind because he still has a conscience. He still has like...
he's second guessing himself.
He still has... What is it?
Dopamine?
No. Well, yeah, but when you're analyzing something...
he has to make a decision.
Decision making. So... He like ends up being way later. So Sellers is like, no, I want him to do what that guy did. So that just started like a train of events. They told the doctor, okay, lower his...
No. That's not what happened. Because he was fine. He was all well and good. But when they started implanting all of the criminals and crimes and stuff, then he...
Baby, stop.
And she is digging on the couch. So take a shot, folks. So... And Jarvis is trying to interject, that asshole. So what had happened was he was supposed to do this press conference. And they, right before, which is stupid on their part, why would you try to do this intense thing right before he needed to go to the public?
Yeah, they uploaded all the
crimes and open...
It was like whatever they had in the
database.
Police database.
Like all the open crimes that have not been solved yet. He had like over 700 or 800 or 1,000.
Yeah, it was 1,000. It was a shit
And so
ton.
he was good for the first like 300. And he's like, wow, this is cool. This is cool. He's like seeing all this stuff. And
he's
then
like,
all of a sudden,
I got 600 arrests.
And so then all of a sudden he starts like having a seizure. His brain
it was getting to him. it was getting to
Yeah,
his
he was getting
death.
too emotional.
Or not his death, his crime scene. His crime scene. So he got really emotional and he
and
started having a seizure.
And then, so a way to, because now these people are like, hey, he has to be out there now. Like, what the fuck? And so what they did was to solve this problem, instead of making him be still human, they made him a robot. So they lowered his dopamine levels
to 2%.
Not even, no, 0.
No, it was 2%.
It was 2%. So lowered it so low that he had no emotions. And so when he went out to see his family, he didn't recognize them.
No, he just said non-threat and kept going.
And he
was just looking at everybody as a threat or non-threat.
And so then he gets down there and he's standing there and everybody's like, ooh, and on. And then he's like scanning the audience and he like catches like a murderer and he captures him in like
who has been like apparently free for 6 or 7 years. 6 or 7
years, something like that.
And well, I mean, I guess we get to it later on when Samuel Jackson is talking. But yeah, so like he arrests this guy who's been free and he's standing literally right in a crowd with
like cops
probably
everywhere.
50 or 100 cops all over the place, and you have like chiefs and sergeants and
you
captains.
know that shit is happening in real life
100%. 100%.
That's where I'm thinking, I don't remember what movie it was, but it's like you implant something in your eye, like one eye, like it's not true. If it is, I would definitely want it, where you implant it and you can just scan and like it brings up stuff and it's like a computer in your brain.
Oh, that'd be dope.
And
I would love
just
that.
And then if you needed to like scope in, they would have to like tilt their head and I would go into scope and they could see further.
That'd be dope. What movie is this?
I have fucking no idea.
Oh yeah, find it out because I want to watch it.
But anyway, so that would be cool. I do have a question for you. How much do you think Alex Murphy weighs now?
Oh, I say he's at least a ton.
2,000 pounds?
Probably, yeah.
No, I don't think so.
What, less?
Because my proof to you he's not a ton is because when he gets in and out of cars, the cars don't.
When do you see him get into a car?
When he gets out of the car for
when he's going to visit his family,
and then he does it again in another car, and he gets out. It doesn't move. It doesn't fluctuate.
Well, just because they didn't show it doesn't mean it doesn't.
I'm gonna say half ton.
So 1,000 pounds?
Yeah.
It would still move.
It would still move, but at least it.
So maybe he's like 500 pounds.
Like what is it on the Fantastic Four with the Thing? I think it's called. When he got into a car, that thing moved.
Well, okay, so the thing is, the car moves when, like, I get out, like a 200-pound person. So he obviously weighs more than 200 pounds. So...
Or it's lightweight.
Not the way he walks, it's like, doom, doom, doom. There's no way it's lightweight. And when he runs, it's like, doom, 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 doom. Like, he's freaking heavy. Doom, 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 doom.
You just want to do dooms.
I did. Okay. I don't know. I think he weighs a lot. I just don't think they show...
1,000 pounds. I want to say 1,000 pounds.
I think they just don't show the car like moving up and down when he gets in and out. Because there's no way he's light.
Like me.
He's solid metal.
Solid as
besides his lungs and his head.
So I'm watching American Horror Story again just because it's something to watch while I have time. And I'm on Coven. And I'm on the point where Madame LaLaurie is watching the TV show where President Barack Obama's there. And she's like bawling. And she's like, I can't believe that they would like nominate a black American like to be president of the United States. And the witch comes in and she's like, yeah, and I voted for him twice. Anyway, that just made me laugh. I don't know why I brought that up. Why did I bring that up? Mm-hmm. My brain. So he's capturing people he's going through, and then they kind of fast forward. He's still that robot. He has no dopamine, so he's a robot mentality as well as physically. So his wife kind of bombards him one day, and
because
she's
he's
like,
going to catch 13. No, it was 3 criminals. There we go.
Sure. And so she stops him and she's like, your son cannot even go to school. He can't show his face, blah, blah, blah. And so this is when he kind of like freaks out a little bit and goes back to his house where the crime scene was. And then he literally gathers evidence that was missed by the police. And then he's like, oh, camera. Okay, cool. And then he got all that information and he's literally in, I want to say an hour.
Well, probably less than that. But he ends up realizing that his son saw him blow up.
Right. And so he was anxious and had high anxiety. That's what his like rundown was, and
shock,
fear and shock. And so he kind of just goes off the deep end, and he figures out who's doing it to him. He looked at all the CCTV. He realized that it was the two dudes in the precinct who did it. So the two guys that he doesn't like already. And then he pretty much like takes them out. Well, he takes out Valen.
Yeah, because
does he do that first or after?
He does Valen first.
So he goes to Valen. He figures out where Valen is. And
because he goes to Valen's, the guy that they were selling arms with before, threatens him, finds out where Valen is, go to Valen's warehouse, kills everyone, including Valen, and that's when he picks up the guns that they had and does all the prints, and it was 13 prints,
and 13, like all of them were for those two.
Yeah,
dudes.
Two of them, two of the prints or more of the prints were from those two guys. That's when he goes back to the precinct and confronts them.
I'm like, be smarter, bros. Wear gloves or something.
Yeah, gloves.
Come on.
Obviously.
Because if any police officer got these dirty weapons, like, other than even Robocop, I'm sure they would have been like, oh, we got to dust our prints. Like, figure this shit out. Like,
maybe.
That would be the first thing I would do.
Yeah.
And I'm not even a cop.
But
all y'all, if I was a cop, y'all fuckers would be done. Because I would be pulling people over for talking on their phones. Hands free, folks. Hands free.
I'll be pulling people over for having their fucking brights on.
Me too.
Oh, it's so annoying.
No turn signals. Hey, that little stick on the left-hand side of your wheel, that tells us where you're going. Use it.
We've talked about this before, but soapbox.
Drive better.
Yes.
Don't be a disappointment to me and Ty. Like, we're the most important things in your life right now. I'm just kidding. I really don't think we are. But, dude.
Hopefully we can entertain y'all at least.
At least if we can entertain you and make you feel slightly guilty for not using your turn signal. Or turning off your brights. You know, there's like all cars nowadays have that auto thing that will automatically turn on and off your lights.
Not all cars. It's only like...
Mine does brights, and then, like, okay, my car is cool because it will automatically, if there's no cars around and it's dark out, it'll automatically go bright.
Yeah, see, I don't like that, though.
I love that.
I don't.
Because I don't have to think about it.
You don't need your brights on. If you need brights on, you shouldn't be driving. That means you need glasses. You shouldn't be driving. In the forest, in the rural areas of the country. I don't need my brights on.
It just opens things up so you can see animals.
The only time I'll put my brights on is if I'm in the back roads where there's like zero lights anywhere.
So when we were driving,
and I get that, but my thing is people drive in the city with their brights on.
They shouldn't. Like in the city, it's actually illegal.
Like we're on the highway and it's like lit up, like there's lights everywhere and they have their brights on. It's like I don't get it.
My thing is, when I learned to drive in Wisconsin, it's actually illegal to have your brights on in the city, and they will pull you over for that shit in Wisconsin. But I don't know if it is in Texas. But another thing I learned back when I started learning how to drive, I'm not sure if that's here at all, is if it's raining and you have your windshield wipers on, your lights have to be on. If your lights are off and your windshield wipers are on, you can get pulled over and fined.
I've never heard that.
Wisconsin. But
I don't think that's here.
I don't think so either. But it was just like, it's because it's supposed to help see
But usually if it's raining and it's like really cloudy, usually my lights will automatically come on because mine's an auto one.
Even like, I don't know if my car does it if I'm doing windshield wipers. I think it automatically comes on.
I think it's just if there's no sun, your lights are going to be on.
Anyway, moving on back to the movie. Sorry, folks. Okay, so I wanted to talk about how Omnicorp.
It's not that hard.
I just remember OM and I'm like, Omicron is COVID, right?
No. COVID is coronavirus.
COVID, and they have the Omicron.
I don't know what Omicron is.
Albatross.
Isn't that a prison?
No, that's Alcatraz.
Oh, same thing.
Albatross is a bird. They have all these testing facilities in China.
That is true, yes.
That's crazy, and I want to know... Well, first, I understand because how in the beginning it was saying that the robots couldn't be in America, And so they had to go somewhere else. And so China,
that's probably why.
that makes sense now. We didn't think about it. Like, I was tired yesterday.
I did not think about that before.
Very tired when this finished because it was past my bedtime when we watched this. But and so that makes a lot more sense now in the daylight.
Yeah, because they did not want them. Okay, yeah. Okay.
So do you remember how much Alex cost to make him Robocop?
$2.6 billion?
Correct. That's stupid.
That's very fucking expensive.
I mean, even if I had like 1/10 of that, I would be set for life.
$2.6 billion to make him. I mean, I guess that was like probably all the medical shit.
All the medical.
And then his suit.
And then his other suit because he got a black one. Yeah,
because he got a black one. And then, well, they also end up making a third one for him, but that's later. Sorry, folks. And then, but that black one was freaking awesome.
That was. It was mad.
We missed a freaking point that is, because he sees his not sidekick, his partner, after he's out of the hospital, and once Alex Murphy's all set, work, yeah. And they painted him black because that's what sellers wanted. They wanted him to be more, I guess,
people friendly. So the reason why they did a marketing thing, his marketing agent is like selling it to people, and he's getting people's opinions, and so they wanted more of a superhero vibe because
like with metal, the cop lights on them.
Yeah, metal was good, like gray, but he was like, you know what would make this better? Make it black.
Yeah, make it black.
And so it would be more superhero-y. It would be more of a suit rather than metal. And
so he sees his old partner, and his partner's like, oh, yeah, finally you have your true colors or something like that on.
Yeah.
He said, because his partner is obviously black. So
obviously. We're kind of just jumping all over because I did write everything down in like chronological order, but we have different points everywhere, so it's kind of fun. So now what had happened was his wife is going to Sellers, and he's like, I haven't seen my husband in weeks. What happened? And so he pretty much tells her he died. He straight up died. He had a seizure. We couldn't fix him. Sorry. Not sorry. What can I do? Oh, I don't have to do anything.
We forgot another point.
Fuck, what?
I know. Hopefully we can stop skipping points. Sorry, folks.
No, but that's what our discussion's about.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Fun that way.
Sorry, folks. So when he was in the office and he stops the colleague, because they're technically his colleagues, in the police precinct, he shoots one, obviously, because he tried to pull a gun on him, arrests the other. Well, they turn out the guy that they arrested blabbermouths about the chief or whatever her name is, whatever she is. So apparently she was the
part of it. She was
part of it.
I don't think she was the head honcho, but she signed off on it. Because she was like, oh, there's a lot more you don't know about, kind of thing.
Yeah, so he goes into...
Give me a confession.
Yeah, he goes into the office to trying to get her to confess, and the stupid guy, the seller's right-hand man, he shuts him down. Yeah. Maddox, there we go, Maddox. So yeah, sorry, So it was all three of them. So all three of them were corrupt and working for Valen.
And so they shut him down, in which he pretty much just is done. Like, they shut his brain down. He can't do anything. And so they take him back to the thing, and they're like, oh, fuck, we need to fix this. And then all of a sudden, his wife goes on camera saying, I haven't seen my husband. They're keeping him hostage.
3 months or 4 months or something?
Like a few weeks. I think it was just weeks. It wasn't months. I think it was like...
No, it was months. That's why she got irate like that.
And so she was like saying, I haven't seen him, and they keep him hostage, kind of thing. And what's happening, because he's now a robot. Like, they took the dopamine away, but then it slowly started.
He got it back.
And so then Sellers is trying to tell the wife, hey, he died, he had a seizure. Like,
yeah,
we did everything we could. And the doctor is kind of in on it, but the thing is, he was playing Sellers because he walked in there and he's like, you need to take care of this, you need to get rid of him. Like,
he's like, I want all my own staff. And I want
the wife to
all the funding, and I want the wife to take care of.
Wife taking care of all the shit, and the Sellers is like, yeah, whatever you need, you got it. And so the doctor's like, okay, fuck. So he darts down to his lab, and then he removes Alex, And he's wakes him up and he's telling him, trying to like stop him and say, hey, you need to fix this. We need to do something, because he's a two-timer, which I like. I was afraid that the doctor was being a dick, but he wasn't. He was actually being...
Yeah, he was just trying to get away from Sellers without alerting Sellers that he was going to wake up Robocop.
Yeah, and so he did wake him up. And so now this is when all hell breaks loose. The wife goes to the thing. Sellers is telling her that, hey, he died. Sorry, what can I do? I don't want anything from you, blah, blah, blah. Like, she didn't want anything. And he was kind of...
He was a dick about it.
Yeah, he was like, I wish I could have. Oh.
He's like, oh, yeah, that's what you want.
The thing is, he was smiling through some of it, and that bugs me. When people smile through
he's
tragedy.
sadistic.
And because he's lying. And he knows he's lying, and he's like, sorry.
Well, yeah, and he also wanted to, like, kill this person who, I mean, granted, yeah, he should have died, but he didn't. They made him to a badass Robocop, and he got what he wanted out of him. Now he's just kicking him to the curb. So, yeah, it's fucking rough.
Okay. But she tries to leave the premises, and this is when Robocop pretty much breaks loose. He is taking people down, taking their names, kicking their ass, blowing shit up. And so she's trying to leave the building when all of this is all of a sudden starting. And the cop is like, no, you can't leave. And she's like, fuck me.
Yeah, like, what
My
the fuck
car's
is
out
happening?
there. I don't want to be here anymore. Y'all fucking suck. And it doesn't happen like that. So she goes back to Sellers, who's now on the helipad waiting for his helicopter to show up.
And he tells her another lie.
And she's like, his robo-side is taking over in his brain.
And he's just killing everybody.
And so, but I do have to appreciate the next scene where in the lobby of this building, there's those little stompers, like the big robots.
I don't know what you called them.
I'm going to call them stompers because that's fun.
Stompers.
Because they're big and they stomp.
Stompers with big weapons.
Yeah, sure. It's like, they're showers, not growers.
Yeah, they're definitely showers.
And so they're shooting shit up. And this is when Robocop's like taking him down, and he's smart about it, and I appreciate that fighting.
Yeah, that was a very good like scene.
Because he would jump on one of the stompers, and I'm gonna again call them stompers because I don't know what they're called. They're robots, but they're bigger than the regular little baby robots that he takes out.
Little baby robots.
So they're so skinny. Give them some meat.
They are.
Anyway,
give them some meat.
Feed them. They need a Big Mac.
Feed them some robot oil.
Glug, glug. Okay. All right, that was stupid. And so he jumps onto the back of one, and then the robot shoots his friend.
No, he's under one. And when he first gets off the goes up and jumps to the glass, the motorcycle hits one, and he lands under another one. So that one that's shooting at him is actually hitting.
Yeah, and so, but he continues to do that throughout all the stompers.
And then he gets on top of one and is still shooting that one. So he plays it pretty fucking smart.
Because those are the first ones you want to get rid of because those are the
little small ones are nothing to him. He can take those out easy.
And so then his friend, his partner, comes in. He's like, don't hold a weapon, put it away because they'll shoot you. And so he runs in, and this is when Robocop's about to like bite it.
Because he's getting shot multiple times now.
And his partner goes in front of him, and he's like, blocking.
Get the hell out of here.
Run. Hey guys. Like, what's up?
You can't shoot me because I don't have a weapon.
Oh, shit. Where did this knife come from?
He's basically dancing. I mean, he wasn't really dancing in front of the robot. But
he was dancing in front of the robot.
Because the robot can't shoot him.
And so then Robocop's like limping away. He's fucked up.
Oh, he's fucked up at this point.
Pretty bad. And so he finally gets up to the helipad where everybody is. Like, there's fight scenes in between. Like, again, I'm not a fight scene person.
I love the fight scenes.
The only fight scenes I enjoy are the ones that include Jackie Chan. So, like, because he does all his own stunts. He's a badass.
He is.
You're awesome. But he gets up to the helipad, and he's like, his wife is freaking out because she's like, oh shit, the robot's here. He's going to kill me. But then it's like, he talks to her, and she's like, oh, what the fuck? And then you find out you can't shoot somebody with a red wristband. And he's like trying to shoot Sellers, and it won't work. But then eventually he gets it up enough, and he's like, fuck you. And then he shoots him.
Yeah, finally kills Sellers.
I acted that whole thing out.
She did. She did. I saw it. Y'all missed it. It was actually great. It was
I can do. It
was an Oscar winning
Where's my fucking Oscar?
Yeah, it was an Oscar-winning performance.
Where's my invitation?
100%.
I want to do it. I want the little person and give a
I should have
terrible
said
speech.
you get a, what is it?
Emmy?
No. What was it that like Martin Luther King got?
A speech?
No, he got some type of award.
Oh, Nobel Peace Prize?
Yeah, I should have said it was that, just being dumb, but I said the right
Nobel
thing.
Peace Prize, me shooting somebody. Very ironic. Love that. Wow. Okay, cool.
You're welcome.
My God.
That's what I'm here for.
And he shoots him. Sellers dies. And the funny thing is the police officer that's with him is just like staring.
Yeah,
at the
he's
body.
just staring like, fuck, I don't know what to do.
He's like, I don't know what's up.
It would have been cool if he would have shrugged, like, nah.
I think he kind of did.
I didn't like the guy anyway.
Yeah, he was a dick. He didn't give me my bonus for Christmas.
Yeah,
Fuck
he
him.
threatened my family. Fuck him.
Fuck him. But that's pretty much the movie. Like the rest you can watch. There's like more to the ending.
Yeah, obviously, like he was basically like the ending was he was just he was what is it? He was out of commission for I think another like 2-3 months because they obviously had to fix him. They had to make a whole new suit for him, and they also made a now they put him back to silver and they put a badge on him. They put a cop badge on him.
Now he's a real cop.
Now he's a real cop. Oh, he's been a cop, but he has a cop badge on, and then they have like people showing videos of him like walking with his family and the police. So, and then that was like the cut scene. But he's back, and he definitely survived.
So you're back from outer space.
I mean, they picked the perfect candidate. I mean, he has a lot of heart and drive. So, I mean,
even though he's very serious, and he's Colonel Rick Flag.
Colonel Rick Flag.
Colonel. When I first
I
started
think
reading,
he did a freaking. It's kind of hard to do like a robot acting. I think
he did a good job.
he did a really, really well played job.
So let's wrap this up in a nice little bow. What's your?
I'm gonna give it a 10. I like it.
I'm gonna get it 8.5.
I've always liked Robocop, so and this new updated one is
8.5.
You're just a hater. I don't like you.
I just I
You're just
don't
a
like
hater.
fighting scenes.
You
I'm
said
not
it
a
was
fighter.
good.
It was good.
Now you're
8.5
saying it was
is
an
good.
8.5 worthy.
Did I say it was awesome,
That's
amazing?
bullshit.
Did I say it was awesome, amazing?
You're just a hater. Anyway, moving on.
All right. Let's get another drink. We're gonna pause it.
Oh,
And now we get to do our topic, which is,
topic of discussion today is Mademoiselle.
do you remember?
No. That's why I said you.
Random New Year's facts.
CCC.
Because it is New Year's Day. Congratulations. You made it through New Year's Eve. Welcome to 2023.
I didn't. Oh.
You didn't make it?
Well, because we're recording on Christmas Eve, so.
So, yeah, but
Yeah,
now
I
it's
forgot
New
this
Year's
is
Eve.
posting.
Next week.
Yeah, so sorry. My apologies.
Okay.
Okay.
So, first on our facts, this is all around the world facts for New Year's Eve because everybody celebrates New Year's Eve. So, not all of them are America related, but they're fun. I have not read them all, so we're going to be surprised. Some people wear adult diapers while celebrating New Year at Times Square due to the lack of toilets.
Seriously?
I guess so.
Wow.
Because I know some people wear diapers because it's like Father Time and Baby New Year or whatever.
That means they piss and shit and they're there.
They probably pee. I wouldn't shit in a diaper.
I mean, they might.
But if, like, honestly, if they're partying down in Times Square, you know how hard it would be to find a fucking toilet amongst like 4 million people?
That's why you shouldn't go.
Better decisions, but people suck. So
Or if you go, just don't drink and don't drink water.
what's the point?
Just suffer for an hour.
Like, I still gotta go because it'll be in my mind. There's no bathroom. I didn't wear a diaper. Fuck me. Like, what am I?
That
gonna
would
do?
be you because you have to pee
I
every
would
30
pee in the
seconds.
alley. Fuck it. Like,
There's probably people in the alley already, probably
I'll be like,
banging
"Yo,
each other.
Yo, put your jackets up around me. Gotta go pee.
Or
I'll
if
do it
you
for
sit there and try to pee, they probably stick a needle in your arm.
I'll be like, I'll hold up the jacket for you. You hold it up for me.
Please don't.
I would.
Please don't.
Okay, it's your turn.
Uh,
Not like I haven't peed in alleys before. Like,
yeah, but not when there's a million people there.
I would find a quiet one.
No, you wouldn't. Anywho, Russians celebrate the New Year twice. Once on January 1st and then again on January 14th. But why? You didn't put why?
I just copy and pasted it from New Year's like notes or something.
All right, so I'm going to look that up. I'm going to mark that down because I want to know why.
Why? I don't know. I think it's because they're so big. You just circled it a million times. That's awesome. All right, so next one. Ethiopia has 13 months. That's crazy. Their current year is still 2013, and they celebrate New Year's on September 11th.
September 11th?
So Ethiopia has 13 months. Their current year is still 2013, and they celebrate New Year's on September 11th. That's a sad date, but I guess they had it done before, so it was theirs before the whole like. I wonder
Take
if
a
that has
shot,
any
arrows on my lap.
I wonder if that has any connection to
That's
the
what I'm wondering
terrorist
too.
attack.
Well, that's it. Oh yeah, because it happens in 2011.
Because this is, I don't know the date of this article.
No, I mean 2011 is when.
2001.
Oh, 2001. Oh shit, I was way off.
Just a little bit.
Just a lot.
2011.
I knew it was a 1 in there.
Yeah, because I was a freshman when this happened, and they're like, "Oh, something happened to the Pentagon," and I'm like, "What's the Pentagon?"
Wait, you were a freshman?
In high school, yeah.
You couldn't have been a freshman.
2001, yeah, I was because I graduated in 2005.
I remember being.
Should have been a sophomore.
I remember being in junior high when that happened.
I remember bomb threats, and I got taken out of school a couple times when I was middle school, but I was a freshman when that happened.
Anyway.
Wait, so you read the next one. Sorry, folks.
On New Year's Day in Akita, Japan, there is a tradition where men dress as mountain demons, get drunk, and terrorize children for being lazy and disobeying their parents.
Why don't we do that in America?
Excuse me. Every December 25th, a town in Peru celebrates Kanaki. Men, women, and children settle grudges with fist fights.
I want to do that.
Then everyone goes drinking together, ready to start the new year with a clean slate. Wow.
So if you're pissed off at anybody, you just go and be like, "I'm from Peru. I'm going to beat the shit out of you," kind of thing.
Just fisticuffs.
It's like Fight Club.
That's the way to do it, I guess.
So you read 2, right?
No, that was 1.
Oh.
Wait.
You read 2.
Well, you didn't put 16, so how am I supposed to know that?
You should know. Until 2006, the space shuttle never flew on New Year's Day or Eve because its computers couldn't handle a year rollover. All right, I get to read another one because you read 2.
Avi.
In an effort to reduce drunk driving, every New Year's Eve, the AAA will tow your car and give you a lift home for free, even if you're not a member.
I never knew that.
Not available in all states. But that's great.
I never knew that.
That's so cool. I wish that would happen more often because a lot of accidents happen because people are drunk driving.
Yeah. I think maybe even Uber and Lyft, they might do
they do a discount.
Discount.
I remember somebody was telling me, I don't know where they were. It was a big city somewhere, I think LA maybe. And they were trying to Uber home. And it was like $400.
Jesus.
Like that was the quote because I think it was like 2:00 in the morning and they were trying to get home, which was maybe a 15-20 minute ride.
And it was $400. That doesn't make any sense. That can't be right.
It did. That's how much they spent.
I know a lot of restaurants. I know at least they did at Papado. If you get drunk, I don't know if it's most restaurants or at least some, but if you get drunk at a restaurant, they normally will call you a taxi for free. Like it will be on their dime. Mm-hmm. So like if you get drunk, like say it's Christmas, because a lot of places are open for you to go drinking afterwards. You know, if you get too drunk and you drove there, just don't drive. Just ask the restaurant or wherever you're at to call you a taxi, or even if you can do it, but just get home safely. Don't try to cause a wreck or something like that.
Because that's dumb. Don't do it.
Number 17 now, since I don't know the last one.
You
16.
don't put numbers because we are going back and forth, and I am on number 5.
17. Instead of lowering a giant ball of lights on New Year's Eve, Brasstown, North Carolina lowers a possum. It's known as the possum drop. Why a possum?
I have no
Something
idea.
else I gotta look up.
It's just fun. I don't know. They do random shit. Every state does something stupid. All right. So the next one is Beethoven's Ninth Symphony was introduced to Japan by German POWs in World War I, who played it for them. It is now a national tradition to perform it every New Year's. I was going to say Eve,
I like
but that
how
was
you're gonna like try to keep going there.
going to. But
there are only 14 possible calendars. In 2014, you can reuse calendars from these years: 2003, 1997, 1986, 1975, 1969, 1958, 1947. Hey. 1941, 1930, and 1919.
And to kind of spotlight, he said, hey, 1947, that's when his mom was born.
Mm-hmm.
But she's young. Yeah. She's only 25, people.
Yeah. She's 25.
And you're 35.
My mom's a vampire.
There we go. All right. So when religion was suppressed in Soviet Russia, Santa, Saint Nick, was replaced with Grandfather Frost, called the Spirit of Winter, who brought gifts on New Year's and placed them under the New Year's tree. Also, it's Christmas, but on New Year's. Do they get to celebrate? No, they didn't get to celebrate Christmas. Okay. That's fine.
So, I mean, obviously, I'm assuming most people know this by now. The reason why I'm
You're
assuming
black?
you can... No, I'm not. The reason why you can reuse those calendars is because that's when it goes back to like that normal start time, right? Because each year
starts on a different day of the week.
Yeah, it's a different day.
And so whatever year it starts on, so you can use our New Year's Eve is on Saturday next week. New Year starts on the Sunday. So next Sunday, or this Sunday, today is Sunday. So whatever calendar starts on a Sunday that is not a leap year, you can use that calendar.
Yeah, what she said.
I'm smart.
Did I read that one? No, I don't think so. So after the French Revolution, France briefly used a new calendar based on a decimal system. 10 days a week, 10 hours a day, 100 minutes per hour, and 100 seconds per minute, and starting at year 1.
Do they follow it now?
No, I don't fucking know.
Great. All right, so this is actually really cool because I lived in Korea for 5 years. If you have not listened to our other episodes,
it says France briefly used.
Briefly meaning only for a second.
Yeah, okay. Not anymore, obviously.
Because that definitely did not work. Because nobody else in the world followed that, like Ethiopia. Come on, 2013. So I lived in Korea, and so this is about Korea, and it's hilarious because children can be 2 years old when they literally turn 2 months old. In Korea and some other Asian countries, when you are born, you are considered 1. So as soon as you come out of the vajay, you're 1 year old.
That makes zero sense.
It definitely doesn't, because 9 months, you're technically 9 months. And then they just add on a couple months. Okay, so considered 1 year old. And everyone's age increases 1 year on New Year's. So if you were born on December 29th and New Year's Day, you'll be considered 2 years old. So that goes. I had kids who were technically like maybe 3, and you can't start school until you're 5. But technically in Korea, they were 5. So they would be, and these babies, they're babies. They had to be held. They could barely walk, kind of functioning kind of situation. I mean, they could walk because they're 3, but it was just crazy because they're like, oh no, they're 3. Here's their birthday. Oh, they were born on.
They're 5.
Yeah. I mean, they're 5.
I never knew that.
And so technically when I was in Korea, when I first got there, I was 21, 21, 22, something, 22.
Don't look at me, I don't know.
So when I got to Korea, I was about 22, but there I would have been 23. Mm-hmm. So it's just like 1 year for me because I wasn't born like directly after that.
Interesting. That's something I did not know.
Interesting.
Another Korean one.
Really?
Yeah. No.
Chuseok?
North Korea does not use the normal Gregorian. I thought it was something. I thought it was like that, but I wanted to say Gregorian calendar like most of the world. Instead, it uses a different calendar system called the Juche, Juche calendar for numbering the years, and the year 1 of this calendar beginning on Kim Sung's, the founder of North Korea, birthday. Well, that's dumb.
Well, no, they're still a communist country still, but I think they're kind of opening up. I don't know what year they're in technically, but that definitely makes sense because they've been closed off to the world for a while.
Wow.
All right.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
I did not live in North Korea, folks. I lived in South Korea, in Seoul, most of it, and then I lived in Cheonan for like a year.
I bet people are striving over there, huh? In North Korea?
Struggling?
No. Oh, they're not like rich over there or something?
Poor communist countries are not rich.
How do you know they're poor? They've been cut off
Have you
from the
ever
world.
seen pictures of North Korea?
They've been cut off from the world. So how is
Yeah,
there
they
pictures?
don't have imports. They don't export, so they have to live off what they have, which is rice and pigs.
Oh, I'm sure they're skinny.
Most Asians are.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Wow.
Moving on. We can get into depth about North Korea, but we're not. In 2010, a Black Widow suicide bomber planned a terrorist attack in central Moscow on New Year's Eve, but was killed when a spam message from her mobile phone operator wishing her a happy new year received just hours before the planned attack triggered the suicide belt, killing her, but nobody else.
Damn.
Holy shit, that's interesting. That sucks.
No, that's awesome.
I mean, for her, she should have tried to kill other people and she would have survived.
Damn.
But damn, why did she
So
kill people?
someone kept spamming Happy New Year?
No, so a spam message. So, like, you know how sometimes companies will send you text messages like, happy birthday, like bullshit like that? It was Happy New Year text from the spam.
Oh, just for some reason I was thinking spam, like over and over and over and over and over again.
No, just once. And that triggered her bomb.
Wow, that's awesome. I don't know how to say that. Hogmanay
Hogmanay.
is the term for New Year's Eve in Scotland. In a place called Stonehaven, it is honored through fireballs, swinging, and first footing into a friend or neighbor's threshold.
Okay, so I definitely want to go enjoy Hogmanay in Scotland just because it's supposed to be super fun, super, like, crazy. I think that would be fun.
I'm down to do that. That'd be interesting.
Hogmanay.
And then we can step foot in a vampire's home for the first time.
Be like, hi.
Hi, we're
My
human.
toe.
We want to be among you.
Is it vampire or just a friend's threat?
It's just a friend threshold. Did you not listen to me?
I did. I was just like, why? Where did vampire come
I just
from?
wanted... Because
So
I want to
then
be a
we'll just-
vampire.
Stop over in Transylvania. We'll figure it
Thank you.
out. Okay, cool. On New Year's Day in 1976, a man named Danny Finegood,
Fine, good.
changed the Hollywood sign to Hollyweed as a college prank in order to celebrate the decriminalization of marijuana and got an A for it.
Nice. Look at him. Or her. Whatever.
Danny Finegood. I'm hoping.
Is it D-A-N-I?
No.
Or is it D-A-N-N-Y?
N-N-Y.
Oh, then it's more than likely a guy. But
Yeah, and most guys only play college pranks. Women are too smart for that.
okay, women do college pranks too. There is a There is a 1,000-year-old.
Oh my god, I did not know.
1,000-year-long song in the making known as Long Player. The song began on January 1st, 2000, and will continue until December 31st, 2,999, where it will come back to the starting point of the song and begin again. Holy shit. What song is this? Oh, Long Player.
That's like, you said the name, I was like, I don't know, I've never heard of it.
I've never heard of it either. That is a soup. So, oh, okay. So,
I like how you're struggling with
it's only been going on for 2020, so 22 years, or almost 23 years.
That's a long song.
Yeah, well, it's still got a long way to go.
Because it's called Long Song, right?
No, Long Player.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Who fucked up now?
I wanted to say Long Song because that's hilarious. And be like, oh, that's a long song.
Hey! Song in the making known as Long Player.
Okay, well.
We got to look that up. I want to hear this.
No, we are not going to listen to that.
Well, not the whole damn thing.
The ancient Hawaiian New Year was 4 months long. Again, ancient Hawaiian, so not now. Was 4 months long. War was forbidden. People stopped working, and the people spent time dancing, feasting, and having a good time.
Why can't we do that?
Like, just stop work for 4 months.
Like, stop work for 4 months, and then everybody just be off celebrating, partying. I'm sure everybody's morale would be through the roof by the time they go back to work. Because they only got to work for 6 months. No, they only got to work for 8 months, and they'll be off again. Like my math there? Let's see. So On New Year's Eve, residents in a small, neighborhood in Johannesburg, South Africa, collect old appliances, carrying them up to apartment building rooftops and toss them down to the streets far below. Well, that's dangerous.
That's fun.
The fuck?
I mean, I'm sure people are not standing there. That's their tradition. So
You never know. But if they are, maybe it's their fault because they know it's a tradition show. They're like, oh, if you're standing there and you get hit, it's your fault, blah, blah, blah.
It's kind of like the Venezuela thing where New Year's they have to eat grapes or something.
What's wrong with that?
It's not. Like, everybody has their own, like, tradition.
I thought you made it seem like it was bad to eat grapes or something.
No, I like grapes.
Like they're bad for you or they're going to get you sick or they're going to make you throw up or something.
If you eat enough of them, you can get sick.
That's true.
All right, next. There is a music festival every New Year's Eve in the Antarctic called Iceland. So instead of Woodstock, it's Iceland. I love that.
That's dope. Was that it?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a short one.
That was a cute short one.
I do not know how to pronounce this. I'm just going to say capital of Iceland.
Oh, Reykjavik?
There you go. How do you know that? Jesus. Fireworks display on New Year's Eve is one of the largest in the world, and most fireworks sales fund rescue operations in the country. Oh, that's cool.
That's so cool.
That's dope. That's awesome sauce.
I was waiting for you to read more.
No, that's it.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that was great. I was like, how do you know that Reykjavik? It's the capital of Iceland.
Oh, yeah, like I know that.
It's
I barely know the capital of fucking Texas. So, it's Austin, by the way. But still.
I knew that.
No, I said I barely know it. So, I was trying to make fun of myself.
What's the capital of the United States?
Washington, D.C.
Oh, good job.
I didn't have to think about it. Did I think I was 100% correct? No, like 90. I was like
15 states.
Washington, D.C.?
Hopeful. Okay. Like how we don't know
I know
shit.
the capital of Brazil. Rio de Janeiro or some shit.
Rio?
Wait, is it?
No, I thought it was Brazil.
It's not. It's something else.
Fuck.
Jerusalem?
That's in the Middle East.
I knew that. I was testing your knowledge and you passed with flying colors.
What is the capital of Brazil?
Fuck, I don't know. I don't think it's Rio, though. I thought it was, but I don't think it's Rio.
Now we have to watch it. Wait. Capital.
Everybody's probably yelling out, it's this, you dumb idiots.
Brazil.
How hard is that to type?
It is very hard. Brasilia.
Brasilia? Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
Wow, I would not have guessed that at all.
Rio de Janeiro is there, though.
No, well, I know it's there, but I thought that was a capital, and I was like, wait, no, it's not. It's something else. But I did not think it was Brasilia. Jesus.
You were close.
I was close.
All right, it's my turn. In Thailand, they celebrate their traditional New Year's Day with a state-sponsored multiple-day water fight.
Oh,
That's
that would be
fun.
fun. I mean, not if it's like cold, though. That wouldn't be fun.
No, it's tropical.
Okay, well, that would be fun. Last one from moi. Since New Year's Eve 2008, the city of Mobile, Alabama, raises a 12-foot tall lightened mechanical moon pie to celebrate the coming of the new year.
Moon pie?
Moon pie.
Like the dessert?
Yeah, babe. You know what a moon pie is? I like how you know what the capital of fucking Iceland is, but you don't know what a moon pie is.
I'm sorry I'm not up to date on your fucking, like, main events, whatever. Shut up.
How the hell do you know that? The random capital of Iceland. And then to pronounce it, because, all right, people, I'm sorry, but Reykjavik. Like, I wouldn't be able to pronounce that at all. And she's like, I'm like, oh, capital Iceland. Oh, Reykjavik.
Reykjavik?
I was still off.
You were not even close.
Like, but you know that, but you don't know what a moon pie is.
I don't eat dessert. He's sitting here laughing.
You are something else. You know that? Like, I always, like, give mad props to wife because she knows a lot of random shit like that. Like, that's probably been, like, the best one so far. But then not knowing what moon pie is.
It's those brown circles.
Oh, Oh my god!
I feel like an alien sometimes
Oh
because I
my
don't
God.
know like current events and shit. Like people are like, "Oh, TikTok," and I'm like, "What's that?"
What
like,
the fuck? I know what a TikTok is, but I
but
do not have it.
I
never
know
will.
I'm very good at random facts. I'm the one you go to for like plague history, Salem witch trials, just random history of
And
shit.
freaking, what is it? Those shows that they do at bars, or like the game that they do at bars.
Trivia. I want to go do more trivia, but you don't like trivia.
I will go. I'm not good at trivia.
I don't care.
And I don't know where they do trivia here.
They do it. I think
Where?
at Baby Ruth's. Shout out to Baby Ruth's. If you live in Tulsa area, Baby Ruth's in Broken Arrow is an amazing bar, friendly staff, and very cheap drinks. Go.
Super cheap.
My last one, and this one is the last one of the day. Prior to 1753, again, 1753, Britain and its possessions, I guess, people who possessed Britain. Okay, sure. All right. Britain and its possessions celebrated the new year on March 25th, Annunciation Day. Okay, this is hard. Okay. Furthermore, in 1752, only lasted 9 months and has the dates from January 1st to March 24th, as well as September 3rd to 13th, were skipped in order for 1753 to begin on 1/1. Like in other countries. Okay, so they pretty much cut their date, like their year short because they fucked up.
Oh, okay. I was like, I did not follow any of that.
So they skipped. Wait. So they skipped January 1st to March 21st. So they skipped those months, as well as September 3rd to the 13th, so that their first of the year would match everybody else's first of the year.
Got it.
Well, come on, Britain. What you doing?
What you doing over there, Britain?
All right, cool. Well, those are the facts this week. Those are very random, and I loved it. So next episode, are you guys prepared for my movie? I get to choose a movie. You're welcome. You're going to like it. You told me about this movie.
I did? Mm-hmm. What?
Till Death.
With Megan Fox. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a good one.
Till Death is on Netflix, folks. It is very, very good. Everybody has Netflix. If you don't have Netflix, get it. But if you do not have Netflix and you want to rent it on Redbox, I'm pretty positive it's there.
It should be there.
But that's my movie. I'm really excited. I've been wanting to watch it again lately, and I've just been like, I just really want to murder my husband. So
there you go. And my topic is, you worded it better than I did.
Like worst Christmas stories.
Yeah, there we go. Worst Christmas. Because I told her at first, I was like, worst Christmas events or something.
Like
and
worst Christmas.
she thought I was talking about us two. And she was like, do you have a worst Christmas? I was like, no.
So what we're going to be doing is telling people's worst Christmases.
Yeah.
So this is going to require a little bit of research on my part. But if you do have a bad Christmas that you would like to share before then, please do so because we would be happy to read yours.
Yeah, 100%.
So this is kind of similar to We're Not Qualified, but literally we only want Christmas stories. And we could probably push it to New Year's as well. So New Year's or Christmas stories if you have a
Yeah, New Year's or Christmas stories.
Like what's your worst kind of situation, you definitely share that. But we will be doing those next time, which is going to be great. And Till Death is, again, the movie. So you watch it on Netflix prior. It's a very, very good movie with Megan Fox. So if you think she's foxy, you might as well watch it.
Foxy.
But that's it for us. Let's plug our shit. Please, We're Not Qualified is coming up soon. So please write in your advice, questions, confessions, anything, stories, whatever you want to share with us. We would appreciate it. You can do that in inforthenight69@gmail.com. Or if you just want to go to our website, what's our website? inforthenightpodcast.com. Let me just do it. It's fine.
I'm not going to remember.
You can do it under the contact section, and that will also send us an email. Just write anything, questions, advice, confessions. We love confessions.
Confessions are awesome.
Hilarious.
Just a wee bit more detail.
Sometimes we just overthink things, so it could just be on us.
Yeah.
But other than that, just add more detail. It's more fun. But what else can you find on our website, Ty?
Patreon
and... You're not looking at me.
Merch.
Here we go.
Louise.
I was like holding up a shirt. I'm not even wearing a merch.
Merchandise.
So merch. So if you really love our show and you want to show your love, join Patreon. Patreon, we do have a Patreon page which has fun special shit. We just did the 50 states test, and you can see videos step by step of what we did. I posted 3 videos of it. It was awesome.
Ugly Sundays.
And then I'm going to be starting Ugly Sundays again. I just haven't because nobody has joined Patreon yet. What the fuck? So, but let's do it. Have a Patreon, and I will start it. As soon as people start joining, I will do Patreon more often. But until then, I don't know. But also our merch site is awesome. Please take a look at it. Everything is amazing there. I designed everything myself. Yay. I'm creative. Hello.
She is.
Wow. Thank you. I appreciate that. I can't talk like that very long. It hurts my throat. Other than that, that's it for me. I'm super happy that we could give you a TV show to enjoy on New Year's Day. If you're recovering from any alcohol poisoning that you had last night,
Oof.
drink water, hydrate,
Lots of water.
get some Gatorade.
Or you can just continue the party and have what you had the night before and then just continue the drunkenness.
And then take shots and just listen to this over and over again and just take puppy shots.
Yeah, there you go.
But we hope we gave you a reason to stay in for night. But
And until next time, peace out.